Namaste and welcome to Sonali Joshi's Astro Jyoti Healing. In this video, we are going to see how the lunar eclipse happening on the 19th of November 2021 in the sign of Taurus is going to affect all signs. Those of you who are new to astrology, eclipses are seen through astrology when Rahu and Ketu are conjunct Sun and Moon. Rahu is going to be conjunct Moon in the sign of Taurus in the nakshatra of Kritika, and hence we say that this lunar eclipse is happening in the nakshatra of Kritika. So it will definitely affect if you have moon in Kritika, ascendant in Kritika, or dominant planets in Kritika nakshatra. This eclipse will also affect you if you are running through Mahadasha of a planet that is placed in the sign Taurus. Same way, if you are going through Mahadasha of Rahu, then also this becomes very important eclipse for you. On one side we have Rahu conjunct Moon, and on the other side we have Sun and Ketu conjunction that is happening in the sign of Scorpio in the nakshatra of Anuradha. So you have any planet in Anuradha, you have your natal moon in Anuradha, you are also going to feel the effects of this eclipse. These are the places from where this lunar eclipse will be visible. If this eclipse is visible from the city or the place you live in, then you will have more effects. However, if the eclipse is not visible from the place where you are staying or you are living, then the effects are in a way reduced. However, all of us are going to feel some effects, and the effects of lunar eclipse are usually emotional turmoil, emotional ups and downs, and hence people can take some step in the spur of that moment. With the emotions being uncontrolled, there are some things that can happen. However, let me note that eclipse does not mean always everything is going to happen bad. In fact, eclipse will start a new cycle related to your evolution, and hence eclipses are considered to be the time frame when you should not make any last minute changes. However, you should use that time of a concentrated energy to do your sadhana, upasana, any studies that you have faith in. Since this is a lunar eclipse, take care of your mother's health. Make sure you take care of emotions of your family members. You communicate well and do not use any harsh words. Kritika is a nakshatra of Sun, and usually it comes with some authority, it comes with harsh language, being overly critical about somebody else when malefics are present in that, and Rahu exactly will tend to do something like that. So if you are in the field where you have to judge somebody, you have to criticize somebody, you can do it as a part of your job. However, if you are not in any of such jobs, then while dealing with your friends, relatives, your family, do not use any harsh words. What are the professions that will be affected by this? Banking, cooking related professions, professions related to administrative policies, they will be affected with this, along with the entertainment industry. Depending on individual horoscopes and Mahadasha that people are running, the effects will be seen. Now let us start with the sign Aries. If you have moon in Aries, ascendant in Aries, or you have many planets in the sign of Aries, this eclipse is happening in your second house. That means your earning, your family values, your speech, what you consume, you will see some turbulences in that region. Also, in terms of transformation or in terms of getting gains from other people's money, you will notice if you expect a lot, you may not get that much. So be careful. This Kritika eclipse is morely about relationships. It is more about following your dharma, following your duty. Please do that, and you can make sure that you will get less harm from this eclipse. If you have moon in Taurus, ascendant in Taurus, or many planets present in the Taurus, then this is happening in your Lagna, in your Rashi, in your first house in the horoscope. Take care of your health. Watch out for what you consume. Also, make sure that you are not using any aggressive language, or you are not too calculative about things when it is dealing with people whom you love. If you look at the planetary arrangement on that day, it looks like this. Saturn Jupiter is conjunct. We have Venus in Sagittarius. We have Sun and Ketu conjunct in Scorpio. Rahu and Moon are in Taurus, and there is Mars and Mercury in the sign of Libra. That means people can have overactive communications, aggressive communications, hurtful communications in terms of their relationships, related to their businesses, and related to any kind of trading they are planning to do. On the other hand, all these things should be balanced, should be equal, should be treated with respect. Hence, with Taurus sign, be careful about how you talk to people, typically your clients or your business partner. If you have Moon in Gemini, then this eclipse is happening in your 12th house. It is about all the guidance that you receive through your ancestors. It could be your subconscious mind, your dreams, or whatever plannings you have related to future. That could be little bit disturbed. It is a great idea not to do any last minute planning changes in this 2-week period of eclipses. Let the solar eclipse also be over, and then you can make any changes that you have to do. Your Rashi Lord or Ascendant Lord Mercury is conjunct Mars. That means you are eager to take action. Sometimes you are doing all the forceful communications. Be careful about it and make sure that you don't hurt someone you love. As long as you follow this, the eclipse should unfold good things about many areas of life and you will gain through them. If you have Moon in Cancer, Ascendant in Cancer, Karka Rashi, this eclipse is happening in your 11th house. That means the areas of life that will be affected are your creativity, your speculative gains. If you are taking any exam, the outcome from that, or if you are looking for social networks and gains through your networks. Also, the areas that can affect are health of your elder sibling. Watch out for these areas. Do not make any last minute changes if you have already decided few things. Follow through the path, do the remedy related to Moon, and once this eclipse is over, you can make whatever changes you want to do. Eclipse does not mean something is bad. Sometimes it may give you good result depending on your natal horoscope and the Mahadasha that you are going through. Always remember, be polite when dealing with your teachers and make sure you are sharing the profits with somebody who works with you. If you have Moon in Leo, Ascendant in Leo, or Simha Rashi, or you have many planets in Leo, then this eclipse is happening in your 10th house. Eclipse is just not only happening in the 10th house, however, your Rashi Lord or Lagna Lord, Sun, is also conjunct Ketu in Scorpio sign. So remember, whenever you are dealing with any group activities, you are trying to get gains through people at your workplace or your social image, you will notice that emotional turbulence. It is a great idea to be polite, to be humble, and not to be aggressive in your communications. If you are in the field of restaurant, food management, or anything that is related to food and cooking, where you have to use fire, be careful about use of machinery and sharp objects. Same way, while dealing with any fire objects, be careful. If you don't expect more, very likely you will get good returns. Do not take any shortcuts. Do not feel overly worried about your work or your social status. Once this eclipse is over, you will get what you deserve, or you will be back to whatever returns you are going to get with your efforts. If you have Moon in Virgo, Ascendant in Virgo, Kanya Rashi, or many planets in Kanya Rashi, this eclipse is happening in your 9th house. That means the philosophies, the principles, the religion or related theories can look like little bit hazy, little bit smoky. You will have confusion in that area. So do not make any last minute changes in terms of those things, as well as your higher education. Once those eclipses are done, you will have clear idea and you will be able to take a good decision. Take care of your father's health and also make sure that you do your duty. If you have disconnected from your mentors or your higher management or your advisor, it is a great idea to get in touch with them in this week and be thankful to whatever they have given you. The key for this eclipse period or this month or next month is make sure you communicate clearly, you complete the communication cycle, respect the other person and listen to them. Do not get into aggressive arguments or aggressive behavior in terms of communications. Once you follow this, you will realize your Rashi Lord can work well with taking good actions also, and you will get success through it. If you have Moon in Libra, Ascendant in Libra, Tula Rashi, this eclipse is happening in your 8th house. That means you have some fears in mind. The fears can be related to your family values, or it is about expectations as a mother or as somebody who is taking care of other people. Always remember, Rahu does well in the 8th house when you stay away from fear. When you use the same energy for transformation, when you use the same energy to get rid of the negativity, this would be great time. So have faith in yourself. Use polite language when you talk to your family members or anybody you deal with. Follow the principles of your family or your father related to how you should deal with others or how you should look at any change. This is a difficult axis as far as Rahu Ketu placement or transit is considered. Hence, have faith in yourself and your values and stick to them. If you try to be on the wrong side of the law, it is likely that you will be caught. You don't want to have that fear, and hence don't take any wrong step. If you are dealing with money of other people, be careful in terms of taxes and making use of that money. If you have moon in Scorpio, ascendant in Scorpio, Vrishik Rashi, this eclipse is happening in your 7th house. Basically, you are on the eclipse axis in a way because Sun is conjunct Ketu. However, Ketu is your Rashi Lord or Lagna Lord. So you are used to this energy. You know how to transform. You know when to act and how to act under pressure. However, stay away from revenge. Stay away from jealousy or stay away from taking any abrupt action which will destroy the other person. Always remember, all that glitters is not gold. So don't look at other people's social media or other people's photographs or other people's anything that they put out in terms of show off. The reality could be way different than that. It doesn't mean you have to go and criticize them about it. You can simply choose to ignore those things. Have faith in your relationships, have faith in your partnership values so that you will be able to get best through your business, make your partner happy and live a happy life. Do not make any last minute changes in terms of foreign travel, in terms of any road travel or your food habits as far as sampling any unfamiliar food. Be careful while consumption of any substance that could be dangerous to your. If you have moon in Sagittarius, ascendant in Sagittarius, Dhanu Rashi, or you have many planets in Sagittarius, this eclipse is happening in your 6th house. 6th house is about your day-to-day work. It is about your dates, diseases and any prarabdha karma. That means when eclipse is happening in this house, you will have to go through certain things that are part of your consciousness. It is about something that you fear, but you understand it that it is coming. It is a great idea not to have any negative things in mind or do not have any negative expectations about your day-to-day work or job. Remember, eclipses don't stay long. Eclipses are there for certain time frame. So don't act impulsively. Don't feel too down, too low and take any sudden action. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your principles. If you have a meditation routine, carry that out. That will always help you. In fact, looking at everything from a spiritual perspective will always be more rewarding. Remember, in your 12th house there is Sun and Ketu combination. Both of these planets are highly spiritual. They teach you to go beyond your own needs and your own desires. Use this eclipse energy to meditate. Use this energy to concentrate on how you can help others. And this eclipse will give you lot of rewards. 6th house is also house of getting over your competition or winning over your enemies. Once you follow the spirituality, you will understand you are way beyond these normal things. So have faith in yourself and faith in your teachings and philosophies that you have learned since childhood. You will be able to get maximum benefit after this eclipse. If you have moon in Capricorn, ascendant in Capricorn or many planets in Capricorn, Makar Rashi, the eclipse is happening in your 5th house. 5th house is known as Purva Punya Bhava. That means whatever you have collected from previous births, whatever intelligence you have, Rahu's transit through that along with moon can make you doubt those things. It can make little shaky, the foundation can feel like not right. However, have realistic expectations as far as kids' education creativity goes. Same applies to your romantic relationships. Be realistic, have faith in yourself, and make sure that you are looking at these things with a spiritual attitude. Sun's transit through the 11th house along with Ketu will give you lot of gains when you don't expect much. But if you try to go after I can get more, how I can get more than somebody else, then this is a vicious circle, this is a trap of Rahu Ketu, and you are falling into it. Stay away from it. Share the profits that you earn in this time period with your co-workers or anybody who needs some help. That will give you lot of success once those eclipses are over. If you have moon in Aquarius, ascendant in Aquarius, Kumbha Rashi, or you have many planets in Aquarius, eclipse is happening in your 4th house. 4th house is, in a way, your stability of your mind, your house, your properties, your land, vehicles, and it is about your mother as well. Do not unnecessarily worry about things. Try to get over whatever negative news, negative information you have received, and have faith in yourself. Think about how you can look at the same thing with a positive attitude. Look at it in a way that certain thing happened because the universe has a bigger scheme to save you from worse things happening to you. Understand, putting too much effort into work may not give you the recognition that you are looking for. Rather, do your duty and don't expect much will be something is needed right now. Help others, support them, so that you will be able to get over your own emotional turbulence or whatever ego issues that you are facing right now. If you are feeling like somebody is humiliating you, somebody is not respecting you, it is a great idea to respect the other person. If you have moon in Pisces, ascendant in Pisces, Meen Rashi, or you have many planets in Pisces, the eclipse is happening in your 3rd house. 3rd house is about your courage, your own actions. It is about working in a team, your siblings. That means during the eclipse you will feel like kind of low, kind of dejected, or you may notice or you may start feeling that your team members are not supporting you enough. Remember, eclipses don't stay long. It is something that is happening for certain time and then it is going to get over. Don't come to any conclusions so fast or don't take any abrupt action. Let both the eclipses get over. Write down the things that you have doubt about. Communicate with others clearly in a plain language and not in harsh words. 3rd house is about communications as well. And what you hear, what you listen to, and how you talk will shape the future for you. Those of you working in the media, news industry, you may get a chance to come up with something totally new, which will be received really well. Doing also make sure that you are respectful with your team members. Do not take credit for the work that your team members are doing and do not hurt them with harsh words. The best remedy for the lunar eclipse for all signs: respect your mother, love your mother. Always remember that she has taken whatever steps in your best interest. If you can, forgive her. Another remedy is do not waste water. Make sure you can donate food. Eclipses are a great time for doing donations. Donate to the needy food, water, clothing. These are basic necessities and support people with that. This eclipse is happening into the nakshatra of Kritika. That means you will have that urge to criticize somebody, to blame someone, or use harsh words or reject somebody from your life. Please don't do that in these 15 days. Wait, let the solar eclipse be also done and then you can take that decision. It may happen that whatever information was presented to you, whatever communication was done, was not right, was away from reality, and you don't want to lose a loved one just with a harsh action or some action that you took without much thinking. Kritika is a nakshatra of sun, so sun salutations, praying to Lord Sun will also help. And remember, this eclipse is causing by Rahu. Any mantra arti of Goddess Durga, any form of worship of Goddess Durga is recommended. Eclipses are very concentrated energy time frames. If you are a student, study hard in that time frame. You can work or you can do any sadhana, upasana, or you can just go to bed in that time frame, but do not indulge into any activity that is destructive enough. Usually lunar eclipse happens in night time, so you will be asleep and that is perfectly fine. But if you are awake, you can engage into the activity that is spiritual enough and not destructive. Hope this video will help you understand what steps you can take to get the best from this lunar eclipse. Eclipses are not to be fearful about, but it is about a chance of every person to elevate themselves in terms of spirituality. Rahu and Ketu are like magicians. They have lot of power. They have power to make things upside down, think out of the box, come up with innovative things, and we need them. Eclipses means win of Rahu and Ketu over Sun and Moon. However, always remember these are malefic energies if you desire a lot in terms of material world. We need money to survive, we need money to take care of so many things. But you are not bringing that money by hurting somebody or by deceiving someone. Rahu and Ketu, they will create a trap for you, and if you fall prey to them, you will get into the cycle of misery, sorrow, which is difficult to deal with. And with Moon conjunct Rahu, you will worry excessively. And if you want to stay away from that, take a simple path, straight path, and be thankful to whatever you have received. The details about from where you can see this eclipse, the time frame of this eclipse is given in the next slide. Hope it helps you plan your next 15 days. I'm also going to post the video about solar eclipse and its effects on all signs. If you have moon in the nakshatra, take extra care. The list of the nakshatras that may get benefit after this eclipse are listed here. Namaste. Thank you. Shubhamastu.